Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to show you guys something new from Katsu. Katsu is kind of all over the place when it comes to value. They tend to be on the more expensive side, and sometimes that'll turn some people away, but where they win people back sometimes is just the craziness of design. Katsu knives, I think if you take a look at their website, which by the way I'll have linked down in the description, you take a look at their website and their catalog, and it's a lot of off the beaten path stuff, which is what a lot of collectors who spend that type of money look for, when they're looking for their next purchase. So depending on who you are, it might be more or less appealing, but I like to accept Katsu knives even when they tend to be a little overpriced just because of that wild and crazy element. I do appreciate that in a knife world where knife-shaped knives are kind of oversaturating the market here. What's a great example? Do I have my bug out handy? Yeah. Golly, I hope we can have 10 more bug out designs by the end of the week. We will. Anyways, I will have this linked down in the description. You guys can check it out if you want to. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to Katsu for sending this in. Today's video is not a review. We are simply unboxing and doing some first impressions. Okay, I think we just... Boy, that's tight. There we go. All right. Go ahead and remove the top part here. There's no info on the exterior. Okay, so here we go. We've got, I always forget how to translate this, but I'll let you guys look and convert if you want to. No other information on the tag, but we don't see this scale often. Sorry, I have some avocado under my... I know I say that a lot. I like to eat avocados, and I always get it under my fingernails. Even I'll wash my hands after lunch and it's still there. So I'm sorry. That's just how it is sometimes. But anyways, no other indicator here. We have we've got a little pouch there. We have a microfiber cloth. Obviously, the name of this will be down in the description. This guy's on the smaller side. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, is it a little... So actually, I would say for Katsu, a more docile, more straightforward design. So we have a front flipper. We have what appears to be titanium, probably a titanium frame. And then we've got some kind of red and orange carbon fiber. I'm not sure what flavor of carbon fiber that is. There's so many different names for it. Front flipper that works pretty well, actually. Okay, that's kind of neat. This is kind of neat. I would say more... Now, anytime I say this or describe something this way, all the weebs come out with their robes and their... actually, please don't, okay? I mean this in the most, casual, surface level way. Not a scholarly, max level Redditor way. I mean, it looks inspired by, Japanese style. That's what it looks to be Japanese style inspired, right? Again, not claiming to be a scholar. I can feel the seething weebs wanting to educate, right? No, I don't care. I think that that is pretty straightforward and obvious. I mean that in the most surface level way. I also like it. I also like how this blade looks. It makes me think of, not because I am a professional or a scholar or am seeking to learn from someone, it kind of reminds me of a katana blade or whatever the ninja, I know that those groups and the history behind all of it is different, right? But it kind of makes me think of that. Actually, the finish on this is really, really nice too. That is a gorgeous finish. I wonder... Oh, yes, it's ZDP. Okay, so in the past, that is insanely smooth. The more I play with this, the more I like it. In the past, their HRC has been pretty good. I think so with ZDP, for example, M390, at 62 or 63 is like crazy high. That's amazing. ZDP 189 at 62 or 63 is absolute trash. That's the truth of it. Trash. You don't want ZDP 189 at 62, 63. No, you want it between 66 and 68. Preferably like 67 plus. But 66, 68 is pretty good. And I think that's probably where this lands. It's just, I can never actually remember how to convert it properly. Yeah, this will probably be, if it's at that hardness, a really, really serious cutting tool. I cannot emphasize this enough. The smoothness of this is ridiculous. And it's not just the fall shuttiness, but I'm talking about the feeling of minimal, I mean, it's almost zero friction in there. Unbelievably smooth. It is a deceptively simple looking knife. In fact, like from here, and nothing against concept, but I think everybody's going to know what I mean. In this position, it almost looks like it could just be a concept. It's not until you deploy the blade and get a look at the finish and also experience the smoothness here that you realize that it's... I would say that this is on a different level. I think I would have preferred to see the handles contoured, but it's okay like this. Honestly, pretty comfortable. The entire spine is crowned, or radius, however you want to say that. The behind the edge is, I would say, medium. It's probably thicker. It's probably thicker than it needs to be. This probably could be shaved down a bit. What is the... I'm going to guess that the blade stock is about 130 to 135. I just want to take a look here real quick. Hold it steady with my avocado fingers. No, it's actually thinner than I thought. 121. But we have a pretty prominent flat here. So, and this is to achieve a certain aesthetic. But the flat carries out to, 85% the length of the blade, and then it comes, like if we're dropping from the top, it drops down, 30% of the blade height is flat, roughly. So we're not actually tapering down to the cutting edge until here, and we're not necessarily looking at a super tall blade. The end result is that the edge is fairly thick. Let me slice a piece of paper here real quick. Obviously, it'll be different depending on what it is you're cutting. Just want to get a good idea of like factory sharpness. Okay, it's actually quite a bit better than I thought. I thought that the edge was not. I thought we were going to tear a lot more than cut. But yeah, no, actually, slicing's pretty good. This is pretty cool. And let me stress this: I am not a front flipper guy. It has to be absolutely perfect for me to enjoy a front flipper. Like the front flipper has to be ideal, and this is ideal. Ooh, the subtle curvature in here to get your finger in exactly the right place. It is super cozy. This is amongst the knives that make me feel the most confident with a front flipper. I don't like front flippers because it puts my hand in a position where I don't feel incredibly confident. I feel like I might throw it or drop it, but this knife is not that way. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. This is an example of a knife that is trying to achieve a specific aesthetic that is inspired by, I guess, historical Japanese blades. Again, weebs, just hold it together, right? Keep your robes on. I know now people are going to tell me what the Japanese word is for robe. It's not called a robe. But it's achieving this aesthetic and still remaining a pretty utilitarian object. So it's pretty cool. I'm certain that it's expensive, but is it too expensive? I mean, that's the thing. If you're newer, a lot of times you hear that and you think, that people like me or other content creators mean any knife that costs more than X amount. No, that's not what we mean. There are knives that are appropriately priced, and anybody can have their opinions about it. But if we're talking about the $100 tier, the $200 tier, the $500 tier, the $1,000 tier, There are knives that cost that much, and there is work that goes into it that justifies the end price tag, right? Because the cost of creation dictates the price tag, not feelings. Feelings have nothing to do with it, or perception of, functional, or perception of value based purely on functionality of the base object. That also does not determine real value or price, right? That determines your personal value system will decide whether or not the price tag on any specific object is worth it to you. But as far as universal, like the universal, final, the cost of creation, determines the final price tag universally. Now, you still have to have, of course, a market of people who are willing to buy these objects. And contrary to what a lot of new people think, there are unbelievably healthy markets to support 1, 2, 500, 1,000, 5,000, believe it or not. Yes, very much so. So there are knives that are, between, I'm going to guess that this is somewhere between 200 and 300. It should be. If it's north of 300, I think it's probably too high. But there are knives that cost north of 300 that are perfectly justified. It just depends on what elements we're looking at here. Given that this is a knife that is made in China, and I know that to be the case with Katsu knives, they are factually made. These types of knives are factually made in China. Titanium, carbon fiber, bearings. It's got good action. ZDP 189, a little bit more of an expensive steel. Pretty nice effort on the finish. I'm gonna say, I would like to see something like this about $275, but maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, the link is down there so you guys can go check, but I'll give you guys my final thoughts in my final full comprehensive review. That's going to be it today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.